Hello and welcome back to this week's video. How have y'all been? I've been pretty good. It's been a slightly chaotic week. I can't remember what I've been doing all week, but I've been working. I dog sit, and I've been working on my short story, which is turning into a novella, which I should start calling it a novella because it's currently almost a 13,000 word short story, so it's a novella. But that's been going well. I ordered a sample pack from Vogue Race and a sticker and a keychain sample of character art that is on my shorts feed, and I'm really excited. I just checked it today. It's in production, so hopefully that'll come within the next week or two, and then I get to show you guys what I think of Vogue Race, because I do have some author merch that came from Vogue Race. I have 3 stickers on my laptop that were printed with Vogue Race, and then acrylic standee and acrylic keychain, and I really liked those. Once I was told that I was first with the acrylic stuff, I was like, this is really banged up. Why is this banged up, and why is this so hard to get into the stand for the standee? And then I was told there's stuff, the acrylic, the film you have to peel off that protects it. So I was really thankful for the author telling me that. And if you want to know who it is, it's R.M. Scheller. She wrote the Extension Squad series, and I highly recommend it. I didn't get hooked until the 3rd book. If y'all want me to talk about that, let me know. I would love to do like a video of Extension Squad fan art and talk about my thoughts on the books. But the 3rd one really hooked me, and I really need the 4th one. So it's really exciting. But here you can see I'm sketching out the thing, and from the you can just see the hand's awkward, the face is awkward. It was not turning out very well, but you know what, it's fine. It's art. Not all art's gonna be perfect, and that's what I've been trying to be okay with, like especially with traditional art. Once I do something, sometimes it's hard to undo it. There's no undo button. But with digital art, I've been learning how to use my app more. I use Infinite Painter, the full version. I paid for it, and it's a one-time purchase, which makes me really happy. So I've been using that, and I really like it. It's very simple, and it's nice. I prefer when it's simpler and not as like much chaotic. As like I first started off with Ibis Paint X, I think that's how you pronounce it, and it was okay. It just was a lot more chaotic to me. But also here you can see I'm going in with my Copic markers and Prismacolor, and I think some off-brand ones. This marker was running out. I need to get refills. I haven't had to refill these quite yet. I haven't had to refill any of my markers, and I've had my Copics for maybe 2 or 3 years, I think. I do have one that I bought from a store that was on clearance, so it'd probably be out there for a while, that is like completely dry. I only have 3 markers. One I used a whole lot that need to be refilled. So I gotta buy refills, but that's a later problem. But yeah, so I colored it in. It's supposed to be like a drawing of me. I got kind of lazy with the outfit and stuff, but and yeah, there's a scratch on my hand. That's from our cats. We have 4 cats. Sometimes you pick them up, they get scared, and they run over your limbs. So that is now pretty much completely healed. So in case you were wondering what that battle wound was from, that was probably from my cat, or my mother's cat. So yeah, but here I was testing out colors, and I was kind of like, oh, should have known that was not the greatest. I don't know why I edited it that way. I can't remember. I had thoughts and I just didn't write them down. But it was a kind of trying to figure out if they looked good together, and it was fine. And I just kind of went with it. My editing is so weird. I'm sorry for that like backward thing, the going small. I'm still working on actually doing my editing properly and doing it better, but not going overboard. So that's a process. And I also want to eventually get into like half voiceover, half live talking, so that way it's like, yay, I'm doing better, I'm getting further, because I would love to do more live talking stuff. But in the meantime, you're stuck with my chaotic voiceovers with editing that I forgot why I put there. But I hope you guys are enjoying the video so far. The art is art. It's fine. But yeah, I'm coloring in the sweatshirt now. I don't own an orange sweatshirt. Orange is just one of my favorite colors, orange and green. So yeah. And so, recap on the videos. So last week, in my speed paint of my two characters, Ayoka and Nyla, I talked about how I was finishing out my sketchbook, and you wouldn't get the Sketchbook 7 tour until after 5 and 6 were already out. So that's happening. I have this video which is ending Sketchbook 7. It's been done. I've already started Sketchbook 8, so that's a whole nother video. And then I also will probably have the Vogue Race review interrupting that sometime. So again, if you guys are interested in maybe seeing an online shop from me, just let me know like ideas and like what you would expect, because I would love to hear feedback on that, because I would love to do that. That would just be so much fun to pack orders. Now would it be chaotic? Probably. Everything with me is generally chaotic, but it's fine. And here I was coloring in the eyes. I have hazel eyes, so it's really confusing to draw because they're like all the colors. And I think this was whenever I realized I messed up with the eyes. With the shadow, it was not meant to be that color. That was the completely wrong marker. I meant to grab a different one, and I'm using the different one to hopefully tone it down. And it's a warm gray, and so yeah, that was a mistake. And now I'm working on the skirt. I got lazy. I didn't want to fully color the skirt, so I just put flowers and dots on it. We all take shortcuts, okay? Don't judge me too harshly. But I forgot what I was gonna say. I don't know what I'm talking about at this point. I was talking about a online shop. This is so chaotic. But anyway, yeah, an online shop would be really neat to do, and if I like Vogue Race, I might order some more stuff from them just for my upcoming short story, which should come out in November. If you want to hear more information, you can sign up to my newsletter that's linked in my bio, or you can follow me on Instagram. Preferably the newsletter, because like that is very foundational for an author. The core supporters are usually your email list. But anyway, if you want to have access to like maybe alpha reading possibilities and street team access and all those sorts of things, and sign up for my newsletter. But if you just want to hear updates and book releases, then you can follow me on Instagram. But here for the art, it's kind of coming together. I like the color scheme of it. It's very bold, it's very bright. It wasn't executed in the best way, but I'm still learning. I've kept sketchbooks since about 2020, so 4 years. I've always drawn, but you know, focusing more so on like getting better, 4 years. So that's exciting, but you know, I've still got a lot to learn. And in my video, whenever I get the video of starting my 8th sketchbook, I made goals. Now, warning, the art in that did not turn out well either. I don't know, I had a bad luck streak for a little bit. I feel like every time I record and draw on camera, it just ends up being kind of like very kind of just, it does not turn out well. And then I'm like, well, can't really do anything about it because this was like a whole 30 minutes that I need for posting. So yeah, so that's interesting. And you guys should see the stuff that I mess up on, even if I hate it. But you need to know that it's okay to mess up, and everyone does it. So, you know, there's that. So yeah. Coloring's mostly done on this one. I was just like putting together the two colors, like trying to blend them out more as much as I could with just dots. But other than that, all that's left is the line art, which I don't think I sped through. I think the line art, oh wait, nope, that's just moving markers and thinking. I really don't know what I'm doing. Why am I don't know. I do weird things whenever I'm thinking and trying to remember stuff, and I forget that I'm on camera, so it's fine. Oh, there we go. We're putting in the lettering. Yay! Also, I need to thank you guys. We're so close to 50 subscribers. We need 2 more people, and that's so exciting. And I've gotten the chance to speak with some of you through comments and go check out your stuff, and it's really cool. That felt like a big step for me to be able to like talk to a subscriber and just get to know like them and like see their art. And the said subscriber, you know who you are. You know that I love the way you drew your eyes. You keep at it. You've got this. And everyone keep at it. You've got this. Lord's got a plan for you, and even if it does not seem good right now, everything works out for the good. Like, that's just how it is. I'm trying not to be preachy, but this is probably my most chaotic video, other than possibly that one sketchbook tour. That's just, all I titled it was Chaos, just Chaos. Sketchbook number 4, I think. I think that was sketchbook number 4's tour. But anyway, and here we're finally putting in the line art. Yay! I love using pens. Ink pens just work for me. My microns, I used to use microns all the time with my alcohol markers because I used to use them a whole lot more. But I've found that they bleed a lot and will smudge, and it drives me insane. And I have a Pit Artist pen, and it's supposed to be waterproof, but I never have the patience to wait long enough, and even if I wait, sometimes it still smudges. So I use a ballpoint pen, which works great for alcohol markers. Now, whatchamacallit, does not work really well for water-based markers, like my Tombow brush pens, especially like the lighter colors. It'll pick up the ink and just, it's a mess. But, you know, I enjoy sketching with pen. That's like partly how my art usually turns out the best, is whenever I sketch with a pen. I just have so much more confidence with the pen because I have to be more exact, and the pencil, I just haven't used it for so long that it's just a nightmare every time I use it. But I've been trying to use it more because I don't want to use a pen all the time. So it's just kind of, I'm still learning how I like to do my art, and it's okay, it's a process. I do know I like to add on a bunch of different textures. I love using alcohol markers and pencils and crayons and adding paint in, and it's just so much fun to add a whole bunch of different stuff and just texture it. Add in all of this chaotic stuff, even whenever, you just gotta trust the process with that, something like that, because it may look like a complete mess, but as soon as you add in some finishing details, it's like, this is actually a kinda sorta decent mess that can be seen by the public eye. I drew octopus, which is also up on as a short, just showing the art. I didn't draw it on the thing, but I drew it, and I love it. I named him Fred, and I was like, I'm sorry, Fred, I keep adding stuff to you, I need to quit, and then I would add more. So Fred put up with a lot, but Fred looks really cool. He's an octopi. So, octopus, not an octopi, he's only one octopus. There we go. I can make my brain work. But anyway, here I'm just adding in line art to all the stuff. See, the face just, it didn't turn out well. I don't know what about the face of this drawing didn't turn out well. I think it's the mouth and the eyes, and just kind of, it's just awkward. It's not terrible, but it's not great, and I'm not really happy with it, but it's okay. Everything's good. So that's fun. And also, like, a side note, the video is almost done, but on a side note, I would really love to draw, like, digitally, like, you know those little characters that pop up in people's videos and, like, talk? I don't know, the best example I can think of is, like, love to draw manga, like, her little chibi version of herself. I want to do that for something like me, to have, like, pop up and down, add a little bit more character, and I would love to have an outro where I put, like, my social media, like, where you can follow me on Instagram and, you know, like, something like you have easy access to so you can see stuff. That's something I would love to do. I don't know if y'all guys would like to see, like, an outro or an intro that I can maybe try to make. But anyway, that's an idea. And here I'm adding in background elements. And goodness, that marker looks really desaturated on camera. I promise it's more green than the camera is making it look. Or that might just be me, I don't know. Like, it's closer to the color of the nib, if you could see that. But anyway, this is the end of sketchbook number 7. I almost said 8 because I was staring at 8. But I hope you enjoyed this rambling, chaos. But yeah, so that's the art. My hand's just hanging out there. I hope you have a fantastic day. And if you love or enjoyed this content, I would love if you would drop me a comment. I love talking to you guys. Like I said, that's a really big step for me, getting to actually converse with y'all. And if you could, it would mean the world to me if you could subscribe or like this video or any other, check out my other content. That would also mean a lot to me. But thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see y'all next week. Have an amazing day, and apparently I'm adding more stuff into this. I'm trying to do an outro. Have an amazing day, and I will see you all next week. And have a fabulous week. Just have a fabulous week, a fabulous month, a fabulous year, and don't forget that the Lord loves you, and I'm cheering you on.